man. Beautiful, eh? Sunset. Whew. Feel so alive. Whew. You know how I do this? Everyone's like, aren't you cold? I'm like, yeah. You know how cold I am? Like when I start warming up, my hands are freezing. I'm at my house. I'm in my warm place. It's like, 25 degrees or something. I'm actually from the desert. My family's from the desert. So I'm used to really hot weather. And after my teens, I actually hated the cold weather. I lived for a year and a half in Cali, actually, tried to get a startup going over there. But when I came back, and I was like, you know what? I saw Wim Hof and I was like, let's just embrace the cold, right? So anyway, how I do this is when I'm in my, hot apartment, I start warming up. I do my foam roll, I do my stretching, and then I do a little bit of weights. I get the blood pumping, and then I feel hot. And then combine basically between like the Wim Hof breathing method, which you probably know that method if you're watching this or you're into this stuff. Just breathe deeply and then release. And that way it oxygenates the body. It's been scientifically studied. And then mind over matter. It's like, hey, I'm good. And it actually starts with cold showers. So first time I did a cold shower, it was like 5 seconds. I was like, oh my God, my brain was freaking out. And then it was like 10 seconds and 20 seconds and 30 seconds and a minute and 5 minutes. And I could do the whole shower. I'd come out cold, but it was fine. I could do it, right? Especially when you're just focusing on your breath. So that's it. That's all it took. Just practice, right? I feel like we look at these business gurus and stuff and we're like, man, how'd you do it? And they're like, dude, I worked my ass off and I failed and I just went through a lot of pain. And we're like, but how did you do it? Well, that's it. That's what it is, right? They found like the drive to do it, right? For me, like the way I look at it is like, I don't know, it like breaks the monotony of the day. Something that I feel badass, something that makes me feel really alive. Otherwise, days just seem to kind of be like a Groundhog Day. If you watch that movie back in the day, I'm 40 years old. So when I was 8 years old, there's this movie called Groundhog Day where like every day repeated itself. And it feels like that if I don't do some cool shit like this, right? So what's your cool stuff? What's the thing that lights you up, that like interrupts your day, that you're like, yes, this breaks the monotony up? And maybe it's good for you. It's not just something that is just pleasure, but actually like drives you towards your purpose. I'm grateful I found this as something that I can enjoy, and it's also helping me get like mentally tougher. So if you found that, then keep doing it, keep practicing it. If you haven't, then I hope you find it for yourself so we can all get better together. Have an awesome day.